Hello friends, welcome to Turn a Stone Tarot. I'm so glad you're here today. I hope you're doing well out there. At the time that I'm recording this reading, there's a lot going on astrologically. There are retrogrades, eclipses, there's a lot going on in the world. I think a lot of us are looking forward to some hope and some support and some encouragement along our path here as we kind of deal with all of these change energies that are in our world right now. So I wanted to bring you this message of hope from Spirit. I've chosen 3 decks here. You can choose whichever deck you feel most drawn to. Group 1 is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Group 2 is the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and Group 3 is the Mystical Moments Tarot deck. So please choose whichever deck you feel most drawn to. Timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your message of hope from your spirit guides. So you chose Group 1. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck that I'll be using with you today. And you chose this little green unicorn. And I love the unicorn as a symbol of sort of hope and the future. It's often said the horns that extrude from the heads of the unicorn, they're seated at the third eye chakra. So that's our center of knowing, of advanced knowing, of intuition. So I thought the unicorns would be an appropriate symbol of kind of looking forward with hope here today. So welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. Let's take a look at the cards and see what the message of hope is for you. The first question I had for Spirit was regarding what area of your life are you wanting, are they sending in this hope? So your spirit guides are coming in today to bring you some hope about changes. This card says a change in the wind. It's number 12. That number may be significant for you. Basically your spirit guides are coming in and they're saying, you're feeling some changes, you want to make changes in your life. You may be feeling that these changes are very difficult to execute perhaps, or you may have some reservations about making these changes, but your spirit guides are coming in today to bring you this reading to help you along in your journey in making this change in your life. When I see this zebra here, I think of somebody who's very individual, somebody with a very original mind, perhaps, somebody with original style, an original way of thinking, somebody who's very artistic even. Some of these qualities may apply to you. But your spirit guides are telling me that you are contemplating a change. You're feeling that it's time to make some kind of change in your life. And they're here to support you with this message to help encourage you to make this change in your life. So the next thing I asked the spirit guides was, what advice do they have for you with regards to this message of hope for change? And they're showing me their advice for you is regeneration. They really would like you to focus on regeneration, on building anew, creating anew. They want you to be very forward-looking at this time, to think of what you have and how you can marshal your resources so that you can create stability for yourself in the future, so that you can create a new life for yourself, a new beginning. What is this new change, new beginning? How can you return to a state of vitality? This card is suggesting that an old phase has passed and that it is now time for newness to enter your life. And they're bringing you forward this card to show you that they're going to be with you as you rebuild a new life. The number on this card is number 46, so that number may mean something to you, but definitely they're encouraging you to look forward, to encouraging you to build anew, to restart, to let the past go and begin to build a beautiful new future. This is a little bit of phoenix energy here. This is kind of rising out of the ashes. So I don't know if you've had some kind of a setback or some kind of a loss, and so that's kind of causing the need for this change, perhaps. But the spirit guides are definitely saying that you do have the power, the wherewithal, the resources to regenerate and begin life anew. And they're very much encouraging you to do that. And then I also asked for what resources you can draw on to help support you in this change. And they brought forth the TikTok card, and the number on this card is 30. And with this card, I heard a couple things. I heard time is on your side. And I'm also hearing just a general message about timing. They want you to use timing to your advantage. They're also telling me that time is on your side. For a few of you out there, they might be telling you that the time is right or the time is now. So take it as it applies to your individual situation, but there's definitely something about timing here. And this is definitely something that is working to your advantage, because that was the question put forth to Spirit. So time is on your side. Time will be working to your advantage. So take that however you will. I believe it applies to this change that you want to make in your life. But just remember that you have the gift of excellent timing here with this card coming out in your reading. I also asked the spirit guides what they wanted you to take away from this reading. And so I'll show you the cards that they brought forward for you. The first card is Breathe, number 29. The second card is All That Glitters, 16. And the card Imagine, number 20. So let me tell you what I am seeing here. With the Breathe card coming out for you and all of the change and, getting the timing right here going on in the top row, I'm getting the sense that your spirit guides want to encourage you to, if you have a spiritual practice, maybe you meditate, maybe you do yoga, maybe you do some breath work, maybe you just take a moment of silence now and again. Whatever your regular practices are for tending to your body, tending to your health, tending to your spirituality, your spirit team is coming forward to say this is going to be very important to you. Don't neglect this area of life. It's going to be important to help you maintain balance as you move through this change, this regeneration that is coming to your life. So make sure you're taking that downtime, take care of your nervous system. It's going to be, with changes like these, it can be very easy to get out of balance. So your spirit team wants to encourage you to take time to breathe, take time to rest, maintain your health, keep up with whatever spiritual practices you have found that enrich you and nourish you. Make sure you're attending to those because they're absolutely key at this time. With the All That Glitters card coming out here, I'm hearing that your spirit guides would like you to to just notice if there are distractions or temptations as you move through this change process, and just identify them as such, as distractions, as temptations, and don't allow those to let you be steered off course. So don't let these steer you off course. There may be things that show up in your reality that seem very tempting. You may be tempted, maybe just as an example, to overspend on something. And, with this card, this is saying, you're not going to be happy with the result of an overspending situation. So just, know when temptations are coming in, when distractions, things that are just, kind of taking up your attention, but not really giving anything back to you. Watch for those dropping into your life and be aware of them. And you can just say, a polite no thank you. And that will help you progress more smoothly onto this beautiful new change that is coming into your world. with this Imagine card here. This is a beautiful card. It's got some almost angelic energy going on with this card, with the beautiful clouds and the moon and very otherworldly quality going on with this card. But also it's the card of blue skies. Your spirit team would like to encourage you to, dream big. What do you really want? What are your heart's deepest desires? What beautiful new world or beautiful new way of living can you imagine for yourself? Take some time, with the breathe card here too. I think they're saying take some time, maybe take a little time every day, even if it's only, 5 minutes, just imagining how you want your life to be, how you want this change to unfold, uh, spending some time in meditation about your desires for this beautiful new life that you want for yourself is going to help you manifest it much more quickly and much more smoothly. So they're really encouraging you to indulge your imagination as you go through this process. It will help you to create some beautiful positive changes as you move forward here. I think it's very possible for you to have this beautiful new beginning. Spirit wants you to imagine the best possible outcome. Spirit wants you to imagine the most beautiful, enriching, nourishing life that you can imagine and work towards that as you make this change, as you rebuild a new life for yourself. And I think some really beautiful things will come to you. Of course, beware of those things that may be kind of hiding behind a mask. There may be some temptations, there may be some distractions, but I think as long as you're, really tuning into your intuition, keeping up the spiritual practices, you're going to be able to identify those, and you're going to be able to build a beautiful new life for yourself. I'm also going to take a couple more oracle cards for you here. We'll start with this is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck. So let's see what comes out for you for this deck. This is your message of hope from your spirit team. Let's see what they have for you. I'm seeing this one. It says, full moon in Aquarius, be real, be real. So again, I think being very authentic about this new chapter that you're building for yourself. What do you authentically desire? What really, truly is fulfilling for you and lights you up? Paying attention to those things. The period of the full moon may be very important for you. So pay attention to when the full moons are occurring. But basically, I think Spirit is saying, be realistic as you build this new chapter, especially with this that glitters card comes out. I think it's encouraging you to, not look at the world necessarily with rose-colored glasses, but to be realistic and practical. And you can still create something, I think, that will really kind of meet you where your imagination is. I'm also going to draw from the Divine Feather Messenger deck for you here today to see your message of hope from Spirit. And right away, we're getting this card. And you've got, this bird is called the Flicker. It says, new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Again, you're encouraged to trust and adapt. So definitely trust the process of this change. Change is never easy. It's always, there's always a texture of difficulty to any change that we make in life. But you're encouraged to kind of trust the process of the change. You will be able to adapt here. New rhythms are coming into your life, and I think they're going to be really beautiful rhythms here. I think you'll have more space for relaxation with the breathe and imagine cards coming out here. So I think you can very much look forward to whatever this new rhythm is that you are flourishing into here as you go forward. So beautiful new change ahead for you, my group ones. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this reading. I hope this was beneficial for you and brought you some inspiration and encouragement for going forward. If you can, please take a moment to like this video. It helps spread the video to more people. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would very much invite you in. I would love to have you be part of my community. It doesn't cost anything. Just by clicking the subscribe button, you'll be notified when my next video comes. So with that, I will close out your reading, Group 1. Again, thank you for being here. I'm so delighted to have your company during this video. May your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your message of hope from your spirit guides. You chose the Rider-Waite tarot deck along with this little pink unicorn here. I love the unicorn for this reading because this horn on the unicorn is said to emanate from the third chakra, that third eye point, our sense of feeling into the future, being able to sense into the horizons ahead of us. So I think it's very fitting for a hope reading to have the unicorns here with us, supporting us. So let's take a look at your cards today and get into your message of hope from your spirit guides. The first card I have for you is the Seven of Pentacles. And this card relates to the area of life where your spirit guides are bringing in hope. So today they're drawing my attention to your finances, money matters, employment, how you earn a living, as well as property matters for some of you. Some of you may be dealing with property, real estate. For some of you, I'm hearing you may have inherited a property, so perhaps that is on your mind. Your spirit guides wish to bring you hope regarding the inheritance of this property. You may be dealing with an inheritance or a will or an estate. That's also coming through. So lots of possibilities, but this is certainly regarding, the material, financial, and property aspects of life. All right, and then I asked your spirit guides for the advice that they're bringing forward for you regarding this message of hope. And they're telling you that there's a transformation in the works for you, that you're being invited to transform a situation related to your money, related to your employment, related to property or financial resources of some kind. They are assisting you from the other realms, so you are getting divine intervention with this. However, they do need your participation in this process. So there's a certain amount of, inner rebirth going on, wake-up call, you could call it. Bringing things to light, I think, is also another way of looking at it. But there's definitely information coming in, changes coming in, revelations coming in, opportunities and events being presented to you. So you can look forward to a change in this area of your life here with the Judgment card coming out. I also asked Spirit what resources you have to draw from in terms of creating this change. And they brought forward the Emperor card, which shows me that you have excellent leadership skills, whether you're aware of this or not. They're showing me somebody who's very mature, somebody who's very grounded, somebody that makes fair and balanced decisions. You are somebody who also, has a lot of self-authority, somebody who can really stand up for yourself, advocate for others even. So I think they're showing me they want you to draw on these qualities as you're moving through this change relative to finances, employment, property. These qualities are going to serve you well as you move through the changes that are taking place here. I did also ask Spirit just to kind of generally tell me what they wanted to share with you in this message of hope. And they showed me 4 cards here, and I'll tell you what I'm seeing. So with the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Swords in reverse, I can clearly see here that some of you may be feeling very overburdened, you may be feeling burned out. I think you have been very patient here with the Seven of Pentacles showing, with maybe an employment situation, perhaps. Maybe you're working through issues related to property. Maybe you're working through issues related to inheritance here. But things have been very slow going. It's been very arduous here with this Ten of Wands showing out next to the Four of Swords. So I think things have been quite difficult. And so your spirit team is inviting in a transformation of this sort of slow, difficult process. They want to be able to release you from this, to kind of stimulate a rebirth of this issue into something that's much more joyful for you and much more fulfilling for you. So, for example, you may be in a work situation where you're required to maybe work very hard. The work situation may be feeling very burdensome. I think you may be experiencing stress and burnout and maybe fatigue, maybe lack of motivation regarding this work situation. And you're really needing a change here with this Judgment coming out. Again, this with a property, maybe you own a property that requires a lot of work, maybe a lot of upkeep, a lot of maintenance and management, and you're just feeling kind of burned out by the responsibility of it all. And Spirit is showing me that they really want you to kind of shift your focus on this matter. I'm seeing some self-employment indicators here for some of you. If you are thinking of self-employment, this reading is really showing me that self-employment could be quite profitable for you. You're getting the Queen of Pentacles, which is an excellent indicator of self-employment. The Emperor card is, that energy of being the boss, being your own boss. I think perhaps moving into a self-employment kind of situation could bring you the fulfillment and freedom that you're seeking here, as we've got the Ten of Cups, the most positive card in the deck, or one of the most positive cards in the deck, I should say. At the end of your reading, Spirit is wanting to transform the energy that you may feel around burden and stress and having to do too much into a much lighter, freer experience for you, so that you can have the resources you need, but also enjoy time with family and friends and enjoy, your lifestyle. I think you may be in a situation currently where whatever you're doing to manage this property or manage your finances, it's just taking so much from you that you're not able to fully live in some respects. So Spirit is working with you to divinely orchestrate things to kind of turn this around, so that you can have more freedom, perhaps more freedom of resources, financial resources. You can perhaps have more independence here with maybe self-employment, or maybe you're selling a property, and so you have more time and energy on your hands because you're no longer managing that particular property. Or maybe it's finishing up a will of some kind and distributing the assets, and now you're free of this responsibility, but you also maybe have a little bit of a nest egg for yourself. That's another possibility that I'm seeing. But Spirit definitely is bringing in a message of hope that whatever burden you're experiencing right now is temporary. It will be changing in the future. You have help from the divine realms to help bring events and orchestration into place, so that you're freed up from some of this responsibility. But you can also assist yourself by taking charge of the situation, making decisions that free you up, making decisions that give you the time, the freedom, and the possibilities for joy that want to enter your life. All right, group 2, I'm also being directed to draw a oracle card for you from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So let's see what card Spirit wants to bring forth for you for your message of hope. And I'm seeing this card here. It says Between Worlds. Yes, definitely. Very appropriate card. So here, you may be feeling you're in this sort of gray space of not feeling very inspired, feeling overburdened, perhaps, trying to build up your resources or manage your resources wisely. But you're wanting more light and more fun and more color in your life. And I think you're kind of in that in between stage as you're coming to this reading. And your message of hope is very much you are stepping into this more fun, more light filled, more free era of life. But they're inviting you to trust the process. Take charge where you can, flow with spirit in terms of the direction that they're showing you, and you will indeed reach this ultimate fulfillment. I'm also being directed to choose a Divine Feather card for you. So this is the Divine Feather Messenger deck. Let's see what Spirit wants to show you from this deck. Seeing this one. And the card that you have is the Chickadee. It says, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change. So yes, absolutely. Again, kind of echoing the reading that we've had, the time is right to sort of start releasing these burdens. If you can take time out and start to recharge this battery, your battery, I think that will do you a lot of good. But there are fresh changes coming in, fresh, bright, fun, light-filled changes coming ahead for you. So I think you can look forward to that. All right, Spirit, that is the message that I have for you today. Thank you so much, Group 2. If this message resonated for you, please comment down below. I'm curious to know if this message hit home for you. I really do appreciate your joining me for this reading here today. I hope it has been beneficial. I hope it gives you hope and inspiration for your future. May your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your message of hope from your Spirit team. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You chose the Mystical Moments Tarot deck along with this little white unicorn here. I've been explaining to the other groups as well that the horn that extends from the top of the unicorn's head is often associated with the third eye chakra, the pineal gland, our sense of being able to feel into the future, to feel into the unknown. So I think it's a wonderful creature to have for a hope reading because it helps us sense into the unknown, sense into the future with a sense of optimism and light and looking forward with positive intention. So let's look at your cards and see what your Spirit team is bringing through. The first card they show me is the Knight of Swords, and this is regarding the area of your life where they're bringing in hope for you. And your Spirit team are telling me that you now have the ability to cut something out of your life that is not serving you, something that is perhaps not good for you, something that you may have a difficult time kind of releasing yourself from. This could be, for example, maybe a habit that isn't serving your health that you indulge in regularly. Your Spirit team is coming forward and they're bringing in the motivation, the wherewithal, the support to help you cut this out of your life so that you no longer feel weighed down or drained by whatever this habit or activity or substance even may be. So really cutting things out of your life that aren't serving your good is definitely the hopeful message for you. Also, for a few of you out there, this is regarding something creative. So I'm getting a strong writing vibe from this card. Some of you may be writers. You're getting the motivation and the inspiration and just kind of the interior mojo to carry on with a writing project. I'm getting writing a book, writing a play, writing a script for a movie, perhaps. Lots of writing projects coming in. This could be some kind of other creative project as well, although the writing is really kind of coming top of mind with this. But it could be another creative project you have. Maybe you like to engage in acting. This could be an acting role. I see you feeling motivated to go after. So it's generally a gift of motivation that Spirit is bringing forward for you. You're going to have the enthusiasm, the motivation, the drive, the energy to do this, do this creative project. So kind of a twofold message. I think there's a couple different groups within the reading, and one is sort of the creative group, and one is the group that's cutting something out of their life that is not good for them. The second card that we got, and this is the advice card from Spirit, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. And you may know the Knight of Pentacles is often a slow-moving, very patient kind of character. So what the Spirit team is telling me here is that if you are cutting something out of your life, be it a substance or a habit or a behavior of some kind, just be aware that this is going to require your patience. It's going to require your commitment over a period of time. So they are bringing in sort of fresh enthusiasm, fresh drive, kind of newfound ability for you to be able to cut this thing out of your life. But they want to work with you in terms of sticking with it, being prepared for it to take some time to really, take hold, take root. This also applies to a creative project. If you are, for example, writing a book, you're now going to have the enthusiasm to write this book, to get it down on the page, to start sitting down every day. And your Spirit team is coming forward to say, that's great, that's wonderful, we're so happy to see you doing this. We also want you to be prepared that this could take a while, this could be a slow process. However, on the other side of this very slow process that you may be embarking on, there is so much wonderful potential, so much health, so much vitality. There's a lot of green. I'm getting, money vibes here. You could be making like a wonderful sum of money from this project in the future. It's going to require your commitment and perseverance, but it will pay off handsomely for you, whether it's relieving yourself of a habit that doesn't serve you, or creating a creative work that may take some time to fully come to fruition. And then I asked Spirit for resources that you can draw from for this this hopeful thing that's coming into your life. And you got the Devil card, which is a really interesting card to come out. And I had to really feel into this because it was a bit perplexing at first. But what they're telling me is, first of all, I'm getting wounds, the sense of, for example, if you're writing a book, and you're able to tell your story of maybe some trauma that you have survived and overcome, this is going to actually be of great benefit to you. You can draw on the lessons that you have learned going through these difficult experiences. If you have dealt with addictions in the past and made it through, you perhaps have developed some skills for working with these addictions, identifying the roots of the addictions. And as you share that with the world, I think that's going to be a real source of strength for you to be able to bring these things to light, to give them a voice, to bring your own experience, your own difficult experiences to light. That is going to help you a great deal here. I'm hearing, just being able to share your story, whether it's a story of dealing with a habit or a substance or something that hasn't served you. If you're able to share that with others, that's really going to be a source of strength for you, and it's going to help give you the confidence and the motivation to continue along in this journey. So I hope that message came through. Sorry, the Pisces is in a prominent position right now, so it's really affecting my speech at the moment. So I feel as though I'm not as clear as I would like to be, but I hope you got the message there that was intended to come through. And then I asked your Spirit team also for your sort of give me a general message of hope here, and they brought forward the Five of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon card. So really beautiful cards here. Again, there's this little bit of mystery here in this final column with the Devil and the Moon card being here. So I feel that we're dealing with, whether it's a creative project or overcoming an addiction or a behavior pattern, we're dealing with things in life that are a little more difficult, things that stem from our subconscious, things that are harder to sort of pin down and identify. But I feel like your spirit team is bringing you a message of hope, that you're going to be able to kind of see through the illusions of this. You're going to be able to bring insight into this matter, whether it's for yourself or for an audience of some kind. I really see you making really positive forward progress with, these more taboo, more difficult, more painful things in life. With the Five of Wands card here, I'm getting, again, I was getting this strong sense of like playwriting or script writing. You've got the characters moving around here, so that may apply to some of you. For some of you, I'm hearing family dynamics. So if you do, if you have had issues with addiction or difficult behavior patterns, I think that is stemming from some kind of family dynamic that you may have experienced in the past. With the Knight of Cups card here, and I love it coming underneath the Knight of Pentacles, your spirit team is really inviting you to stay close to your heart, and they're also applauding you for staying close to your heart. What do I mean by staying close to your heart? I think you're likely someone who feels things very deeply. And I think despite of having dealt with whatever this difficult situation is, that you have always honored your own inner heart, your own sense of wisdom and intelligence throughout this process. And I think it's really going to carry the day for you. I think it is part of what's giving you this beautiful insight into this difficult, painful matter. I heard recently that the heart develops even before the brain does, in terms of, as we develop as human beings. So our heart, in some sense, is even older and perhaps wiser than our brains. So by following your heart, by following that really core guidance system of getting through life, I think you're going to be able to weather, whatever challenges come on your path as you pursue breaking this addiction or this pattern, or creating this project. Really just stick close to your heart. What is your heart telling you about what wants to come out, what wants to come forward? What is your heart telling you about what you need to do? These are important questions to ask yourself as you move forward here. And then, of course, you've got the moon, which is a beautiful card. I love this imagery here. She's got like an evening gown. There's an octopus kind of showing the tentacles of, things can be rooted to so many different parts of ourselves. So I think this is showing you being able to sense into your intuition, to know what the path is ahead for your creative project or for freeing yourself from a difficult pattern or a difficult behavior. I think you're going to be able to soften here with the Knight of Cups coming next to the moon. Get that heart energy next to that feminine moon energy. I think the way that you're going to be able to release yourself from this or to create this project has a lot of beautiful, nurturing, feminine energy to it, which I think is going to serve you very well. So I think you can look forward to a very successful creative project, or I think you can look forward to success with entering a new sort of healthier, more vibrant chapter of your life where you leave some of this difficult, some of these difficult, painful wounds behind in a very sort of loving, respectful way. You're able to disentangle yourself and move on positively. I'm also being guided by Spirit to draw a Wisdom of the Oracle card for you. So let's see what your Spirit team would like to bring forward for you as your message of hope in this reading. Your Spirit team would like to say, I'm seeing this card. It says, buy the book. Interesting. So with this card, I am getting, again, this theme of writing is really coming out strong. There's definitely a writer watching this reading. That's absolutely confirmation for me. But also, you know, you may find inspiration in a book, maybe for overcoming this difficult behavior or overcoming some kind of addiction, overcoming a wound. There may be a lesson for you in a book that can be very helpful for you. There may be a program that you want to follow, whether you're creating a project or or undergoing this change of habits, change of lifestyle, and you may want to follow that program to the letter. You know, do step 1, do step 2, do step 3, do exactly as it says, and you're likely to meet with success here, especially with this Knight of Pentacles card coming out. And this is also number 11, which is a very auspicious number. So I think things are looking very promising for you. So you may find inspiration in a book, you may be writing a book, or you may be being asked to, very steadfastly follow a systematic program to release yourself here or to create something. I'm also being called by Spirit to choose a Work Your Light Oracle card for you as well to close out your reading here. So let's get a final card for your message of hope. Let's see what your spirit guides want to bring forward. They are showing me this one. It says, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh, beautiful. So you really do have a lot of spiritual strength. It really does take a lot of spiritual strength, to create, a creative project that takes this kind of dedication and perseverance. That requires a lot of spiritual strength to free oneself from these difficult patterns, these things that have wounded us in the past, these habits that may not be serving us. That takes a lot of spiritual strength to do, and your spirit guides are coming through with this card to let you know that you have the spiritual strength to make this a reality. It says you've been training for this for lifetimes. This card is also telling me that you are meant to be a guide to others. So by you undergoing this process, you're going to guide other people in also freeing themselves from whatever this painful circumstance is, or this difficult addiction or behavior pattern. I see you're going to be a great light, a beacon of light to others to help them also free themselves. And you're going to create this wonderful, beautiful, positive ripple with this effort that you're undergoing here. So I hope that was helpful to you, my group 3s. That is the message that your spirit team brought through. Comment down below if you're willing and let me know if this applied to your circumstance. I'd be very curious to hear how this applied to your life if you're willing to share. Also, if you could take a moment to like the video, I would be grateful. It helps support my channel and my work. And of course, subscribe if you can. It's free to do, and it also supports the channel. So thank you so much for being here today. I wish you a wonderful future. May your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading.